everyone, to Talk Gaming Season 2. Bob's laughing. I am the Seventh Sword.
With video.
I'm here with
J-Bone.
And
Bob.
Bob. Today we are here to talk about
No, I was
several
Mr.
things.
Bob. Sorry.
Mr. Bob, that name again is Mr. Bob.
Yeah, I forgot. I changed my name between Season 1 and Season 2. Just Mr. Bob.
After a year of vacation, I guess you could say.
Yeah, look at the sun. It must be the Bahamas.
We are back to talk about the very important things like Until Dawn, Fallout 4, Galak-Z, and of course, the masterpiece itself.
Oh, God.
J-Bone, take it away.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, 9/115.
That is right. So, before we get into that, because that's going to be the entire podcast, let's be honest.
It's Metal Gear, so.
It's Metal Gear. Let's talk about Until Dawn. What do you guys think about Until? I don't really know much about it.
Okay, so Until Dawn is a PS4 exclusive, number one. Two, it's made by Supermassive Games. I don't know what else they've made. I don't know. But it's kind of like it's a horror-based game. So basically what it is like, it's a cliche like game that's kind of based off like an 80s types of horror movie. So you got your hot blonde, you got your like asshole jock, you got your ditzy like brunette with glasses, and everyone's just kind of like horny sexual like
you could
teens.
I was looking at things that, like, you pretty much like you can the whole game you could just try to seduce people the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically like this movie Evil Dead where they go to like a cabin in the woods, kind of like the movie Cabin in the Woods, and
or did you mean Lake in the Woods or?
well, I mean,
or the cabin at the lake. I
Here's
don't know.
the interesting thing. Here's the interesting thing. You can complete this game with everybody dying, and you fucking lose, or you can complete this game with everybody alive. Or like a couple people dying, vice versa.
Like Frank.
So it's
Everyone
very,
can live,
It's
or?
like it's a big. You played Heavy Rain, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's
Okay.
amazing.
Okay, so
It's okay.
think Heavy Rain, but with more people and more choices and just
Probably not great of story.
Well, they said the story. Well, you know what? Like GameSpot gave it a really nice review. It's been getting like 7s and like high 8s.
I've heard
I think a couple low 9s.
Some things I was looking at that, I mean, obviously we haven't played it yet, but what I looked at is like it's kind of like people have sometimes broken up in like two segments. There's like this part of the game, and all of a sudden it gets weird, and then it's like two different games combined in one. So like the story doesn't like transition well. That's what I heard. Obviously I haven't played it, but these are just things that I hear.
So what's the play style? Do you play as one character? Do you switch between multiple characters?
It kind of like the camera just kind of you're like I'm playing as Rich, right? And all of a sudden, like I'm controlling Rich, and Rich is doing his thing,
Sword.
and he goes outside, and like, oh man, should I stay inside where it's like safe, or should I go outside to have a risk? But then I might find like a knife or an axe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And then and all of a sudden, as soon as you say you go outside and you find this axe or whatever, for example, then switches to Bob. And Bob's like...
So you switch between multiple people.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like... Is it kind of like one of those mystery novels where it's like, go to page 55 to continue the story?
Like the Goosebumps ones. Those are so cool. You're like looking at it, you're like check it out, you're like, oh, I don't want to die. Go back.
Yeah. I like the one where I end up on
Screw
a
page 52. I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I noticed, you saw it. I think there was at E3 or something. Like someone was like trying to hide, and they give you two options to go on. Do you want to go through the woods, like he said, or go?
So it is kind of like that, and you have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, and I guess those are fast. And it kind of like Telltale games, like where you have to act quickly. That's where people really enjoy.
But the only problem with Telltale games is like we all know how their game like you have all these choices, like these woven choices, but at the very end, it's all one ending for Telltale games.
Yeah,
like this is
that's the worst part.
This has got all these things. That's why I want to play it. Is because like I want to see if if the platinum is like achievable. Just because of the trophies.
You're a platinum whore.
Yeah, the J-Bone is a trophy.
Hey,
whore.
I got Arkham Knight, man. Chris doubted me.
Well done, because if anyone's played Arkham Knight, you cheated, right? You had to look online for the Riddler.
Oh God, hell yeah, dude!
I was like looking at,
are you kidding me?
That is still good work, though. Even if you find what everyone is doing, it still is a lot of research.
Dude, there was plenty of time, plenty of nights. We're getting off tangent here, but I mean,
yeah,
it's anyways.
Well, I do want to ask one question about Batman.
You have one. Go.
Shit. The Riddler, the boss that then, like, if you beat him and stuff, you fight him. How was it fun? Was it like,
yeah,
or was it just okay?
I did it on my first try, and I almost died. I had like that much health left. And
Show the camera.
That.
Okay.
Like that.
You can do that now.
And hold on,
Yeah, we have camera.
one more hit, I would have easily died, and I had like about this much health on him. Killed him.
He like loves doing this now.
Yeah, he's like,
No, I platinumed it. Real quick, out of Asylum, City, and Night, my favorite would probably be maybe City, just because of like just switching to Catwoman. You could totally play as Catwoman, you know. And then,
Yeah, that's
you know,
cool. I do
this-
like the Batmobile a lot, though.
Oh my god!
Anyway,
It was really good. Yeah,
Anyway.
let's not talk about Batman. We'll talk about Batman.
Another
so
episode.
is the Riddler gonna be in Until Dawn?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the Riddler is confirmed to be in Until Dawn.
You
Heard it from Mr. Bob.
You heard it here first. Talk gaming.
Well, yeah, Until Dawn, I was looking, you know, it looks interesting. They say it's about 10 hours or so. You said 20, it's actually 10.
Oh, 10?
Yeah, it's only 10.
Oh, did I say 20?
You said 20. You like doubling things.
Maybe it is 10. Well, that's
But it could be, it's different. People are saying around 10, 12.
So, how does the game look graphically?
pretty good.
It looks good.
It looks good.
Quality.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's a game, think about it. It's a 10-hour game. It's like the Order, you know. It doesn't look as good as the Order. Order looked really nice.
Or it looked really good.
But you know, they have the view where, like, you know, when you're like walking away, you have like this weird distance.
Like Resident Evil, old school
Yeah,
Resident Evil
and
views.
Okay.
what
Where a standard set a camera in the corner.
yeah, it looks like it's
So they have some nice angles and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
it looks like it's
Yeah.
creeping on you. I like watching the videos like this. Like it actually looks like someone just watching, like this, like pervert, like this peeking Tom looking through.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's,
So the game looks good, right?
It sets up tension. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. We
you
should
love horror
we
games
should-
now, Rich. So
I mean,
I think you might like it.
I like horror games, but I just don't get scared by them. But
That's
anyway,
the thing. We'll
so
see. We'll see
how
if you get scared by
important
it.
how important do you think graphics are to a game? Because apparently a lot of people think Fallout 4 is not looking up to par.
good
Well-
transition.
Thank you. Bob.
Speaking of graphics.
Well, like Until Dawn's graphics are good. Fallout 4's graphics when they revealed their whatever it was at E3, right?
Yeah,
Or, no, like 5 days before E3, and then they actually had an actual E3 presentation. When I saw that video and it was like the dog running through like the old house, and then he kind of met up with his master. He's like, "Come on, boy, let's go." I was like, this. I personally, I was let down. I was like, wow, this kind of it is a little bit better, but man, you could still see like that just like
Stiffness.
It looks
stiffness.
like a 360 game. But the thing that will make me okay with it, I know it's gonna have really, you know, graphics are not end all. It's not like it has to be perfect graphics. I just hope it looks clear. You know, not like it looks nice.
It should be crisp.
It'd
yeah.
be crisp and it runs well.
And the
If
colors are nice.
Yeah, if it's crisp and it runs well, that's not a big deal. If the game is like, you know, a fun game. I mean, if a game has really good graphics, it's gonna get it like a couple like notches up that I'm gonna enjoy.
hell
I mean,
yeah.
of course, right? No one,
case in point, when we saw E3 together,
Horizon, yeah.
Horizon
Oh,
Zero
man,
Dawn,
Horizon
Dude,
looked
what the fuck?
fantastic. Yeah.
Delicious.
You know
Looked
what does that
amazing.
tell you?
Well, like that Need for Speed game that looked freaking crazy.
Yeah, it looked
The
it looked
photorealism,
fake.
yeah.
Yeah,
It looked fake.
Yeah,
but
there's no way
whatever.
it's gonna handle
Whatever.
that.
But I will say this. I mean, I really just hope that Fallout 4 is as smooth as they made it look, because the gameplay in Fallout, 3 and New Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy the game. I didn't play it all the way through because it was just way too stiff for me. And the VAT system actually looks fun now. To me, in Fallout 3, it wasn't fun. And I'm the
used it
kind
a
of
lot. I
person.
used it a lot.
I'm the kind of person who actually just enjoys like fast, fluid, real time action more than like stopping things down. So
Yeah,
for
I
me,
mean-
I really do hope that Fallout 4 just is really smooth with the aiming down the sights and all that stuff.
They did say that the shooting mechanics in this game are like loads better, man, than Fallout 3, New Vegas.
It needs to be. This is,
the hitboxes. Like
they-
Skyrim's hitboxes suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
And
Oh,
then,
man.
like,
The
what I'm
combat's
realizing, like, when I'm starting playing more games, and sometimes why do I get tired of a certain game? It's because of the combat system. If any game has a good combat system, I'm loving it. No McDonald's trademark. I like it. I enjoy it. No, but I mean,
Sponsored by
real.
McDonald's.
I know we talked
Big
about
Mac.
in season 1, which was a while ago, but we talk about Dark Souls all the time. We're like, oh, Dark Souls. Why is it so good?
Good
It's
combat.
the combat.
And Bloodborne was fantastic
Oh my
with the
God.
Because
combat.
of
Don't even get me
the
started on that.
combat. And I'm not saying that combat's everything, but it just makes me think of The Witcher. And me and Rich had The Witcher. Do you have The Witcher or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Did you beat it?
he stopped.
Why'd you stop?
Batman came out, and then I went back to The Witcher, and I was like, this combat is fucking
See?
atrocious.
So you're thinking, were you thinking combat, or did I put combat
And-
in your mind?
Well, kind of a little bit of column A and column B. And the horse is just like, it's just buggy.
The horse is funny. Sorry, I
Horse
mean,
is
that
retarded.
game has everything going for it, except for me for the combat. It doesn't do enough. And the powers are not that great. Like, that's such a big deal.
I got a quick question for you guys. One answer. No reason why. One answer. Real quick. What is right now Your game of the year 2015.
Shit.
It's gonna throw me off guard because there's really not. I mean,
Metal Gear Solid. I haven't played it.
it's not out yet, so you can't really count.
Mine is
Right.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bloodborne.
Hands down.
What
Bloodborne.
other games? No, I mean,
it could be Fallout 4. It could be Metal Gear. I haven't played those games yet, but right now,
oh,
it's
Bloodborne. I mean, we're stupid. We always pick the thing, but I'm surprised. I'm glad that you like Bloodborne because Rich was a
my God.
non-believer into the
Top
system.
10. Top 10 for me.
And no, that game's great. What other games that came out that were really like up there? I'm like drawing a blank.
Not very many.
You know,
I mean,
Dragon
Dragon
Age
Age was
Dying
good.
Light.
Dragon Age was
What?
good. Dying Light was
Light.
fun.
Dying Light was fun, but
But
it's
Bloodborne separated itself. And I really do hope that Fallout 4 is going to just do that same thing. Because I really want to actually just get into it. It looks really good. Like the
It does.
open world, creating your own base, all that stuff like
see.
that.
I wish,
Although
and
Metal
I think
Gear.
Yeah, I know.
I wish that they would add multiplayer or something. It would just be such a good game to have multiplayer.
Well, their multiplayer is the create your base, have people invade it. I invade your base.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
is
I
it-
want like open world like exploration together would be cool. You know.
Trading.
Now, which
you know,
one's gonna be
it'd
Metal Gear Solid's multiplayer or Fallout's multiplayer? I mean,
gonna
we
be
haven't
better?
played them, yeah, but I feel like Metal Gear Solid's just gonna blow them out of the water.
Yeah, it is.
I'll save the Metal Gear FOB system and online because to be completely honest, they really haven't like talked about a lot of Metal Gear Online.
I'm trying, honestly. The thing about Metal Gear's later. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we will. We've actually talked about a lot of like big, games right now. Let's talk about an indie game that came out recently, Bob.
Yeah, there's a game called Galak-Z with a Z at the end.
Oh, Galak-Z.
Yeah, it's actually only for
Like a play on Galaga, almost.
I think the play on Galak-Z, the word Galak-Z, and they put a Z at the end instead of XY.
Gotcha.
That's it.
PS4?
No, it's PS4 exclusive, so that's it.
PS Plus, or did you buy it?
I bought it.
He
It was
actually invested $20 into this game.
in an indie game for PS4.
Usually he gets them for free at the the
I gotta ask
next
you guys
month.
something after you get done. with
Okay,
Galaxy.
what I've noticed is it's one of those just like gun shooter where you're like in a little ship and you like
First person, or over
no
the
no
top,
you're just
or-
like what are those games called that you're like just in a little
A side
ship?
scroller shooter like
Yeah.
Galaga, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, Gallagher. And it takes homage to like the old ones, but what it does it really good is like you try to escape. It adds like some new generation things, and what I really enjoy about it is they have like a rogue feel. I mean, what that means is like if you die, you lose everything, so you have to start over. And there's like a couple. I think there's 4 seasons right now. There's like 4 chapters essentially, and they're adding a 5th.
Oh, okay.
But you have to get through like 5 missions, which are randomly generated. And they're all right. They're not anything crazy. It's just whatever. And the randomly generated places are not that great. They all kind of look the same. But you don't know where the enemies are. You don't know where like the special abilities are. But you really care about living, And another thing that it does that is very interesting, you turn into like this little mech. So you're like this little ship and you transform into this mech.
Yeah, it makes that like lackluster transformer sound though, right? Like
It's pretty quick and it's one of those games, you think of those shooters that you're running, you're like side scrolling and you just keep on going, right? You just keep on going straight and you can't go back, can't return. This one is like more open and you try to run away, you have to run away. And when you lose health, the next mission, so say you have like 3 bars of health, which you only have 2 unless you upgrade. Next mission, if you lost a health bar, it's gone. You have to buy it.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Oh, wow.
and you only could buy 1 for the next
Are
one.
the enemies pretty challenging? Like old school NES? Like
Yeah. I mean, literally, they can, if you don't mess, they can kill you really quick. And it's just, like, it's intense. What I've noticed, though, I think, like, a little thing I learned, like, I like the mech, but I'm not good with the mech. I can use the gun and just run away and shoot. And it seems like it's working better for me when I do that.
Okay.
And you get upgrades as you continue and you find stuff. And then you get money if you kill more enemies. What else was I going to say? What I really enjoy, though, is, like, there are different, like, hazards going on in the game and things you could grab and stuff. And everything that hurts you can hurt the enemies, too. So you can use that as your advantage. So,
Okay.
It's a fun game.
Did you play it?
No, I saw him play a little bit of it, but I'm not going to spend $20 on it right now.
Is it worth $20?
Yeah, is it worth $20 right
No.
now?
Is it worth $10? Yes. It's a little different feel. If you like those games, or if you actually don't like those games, you might think it looks interesting. It is. It has a lot of appeal to it. So
1 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it 8. The only reason I'm giving it 8 is, I mean, the gameplay is solid. One of the best, like, for those types of games, because it has really good
Responsive, very responsive.
very responsive, very good controls, very good. Like, you could switch in between things. and then some cool ideas. The Rogue thing's awesome, and the reason why I give it an 8 instead of like higher is because of what I discussed was, the levels look all the same, and it doesn't seem like that big of a game. And
And the
when you're
missions
paying
aren't that exciting.
when you're paying $20, a third of a retail game or so, you expect hopefully a third of it, and it just doesn't have enough content.
Real quick, did you guys play or buy or whatever $20? Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
No.
No, I saw that.
was
It's supposed to be
that
pretty good though.
Close.
But you know what? I'm not tired of. I don't like the first person where I don't do anything. Last time I did one was
Gone Home.
no, I actually have. I haven't played it, but
Ethan Carter.
Oh
Where
yeah.
you just kind of click on stuff and
Yeah, it
solve
seems like that
puzzles.
type of game, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just not interested in those.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just not in the mood. I really want something fast. And me and Rich, we were playing like PSO2. Which
Oh,
is
fantastic game.
Phantasy Star. It's like a MMO, and it just really intense. And I'm just right now, I want an intensive battle.
Yeah.
Metal Gear's right up your alley, dude. It's coming.
Metal Gear. Let's just talk about it now.
Yeah, let's.
Metal Gear.
That's
This is
Galak-Z. So if you're interested in that, if you have PS4 and those are the type of games, I think if you're looking for something that's a little different, it's worth $20, but you're not getting $20 in material. But you know what I'm saying? Do you guys, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Like it's made well, and it has a good animation and stuff. So yeah. All right, Metal Gear.
Yeah. Metal Gear.
All right, who should start?
J-Bone, you're like
J-Bone, you are the resident expert on Metal Gear.
You're like
and
the
you
Metal
are
Gear
in love
analyst.
with
Okay.
Kojima, so you go first.
Yeah, you're right.
He's
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay, first of all, yesterday was Kojima's birthday. He turned 52 years old. He said on Twitter, quote, I will
birthday.
not stop creating for the rest of my life.
Good.
So whatever he does because basically, it's fucked up, is that it was his birthday. He got this, it was cool. He got this 1963 bottle of champagne to pay homage to 1963's Virtuous Mission from Metal Gear Solid 3, and a 1983 bottle of champagne, or 1984, sorry, to pay homage to Metal Gear Solid 5, because it takes place in 1984. That was cool, right? And he got this box of roses with a red letter V and all this stuff. It was really decorative and and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, you're totally packing up your desk after this is all done. After this game, you're packing up your shit. And
You think he's still there? Is he literally?
his contract is up in December and he's going to go.
Yeah.
And I think the team at Kojima Productions, which, by the way, a lot of people have asked people if you see a lot of Kojima Productions in the game, and they said, don't even waste your time asking that question, because the answer is probably no. You do see written, directed, produced from Hideo Kojima, artwork, Yoji Shinkawa, so on and so forth. You'll see the team members, right? But you won't see the Kojima Productions logo.
That's bullshit.
Konami
It's
totally
bullshit.
fucking is trying to erase them from history. Now, speaking of Kojima Productions, who knows if they're going to go with him in December, whatever he does in 2016.
I feel like they will. I feel like they're going to leave.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
they work well together,
I think
right?
we just ran on.
You need a AAA publisher like Sony, someone with money, someone with a lot of backing, to give this guy, dude, Metal Gear Solid 5's
Tens.
The lowest score I saw, which was today, was the Washington Post gave it an 8 out of 10. And
The Washington Post. Trust
Exactly.
them. They know everything.
they were actually, I didn't read all of it, but
They might. I don't know enough
apparently
about them.
people said that
Yeah.
in this Washington Post was fucking spoiler city. They had no regard
I'm not
towards
trying to-
no regard toward embargoes or anything, because all the reviews Konami representatives said, you cannot talk about story spoilers. You can talk
Wow.
about the gameplay and what you really enjoyed about it, and they did it really elegantly and very good. If you did read GameSpots or IGN or something like that, but if you just delete Washington Post out of they had a 95 Metacritic score. Washington Post 8 brought it down to 94. So if you just delete that out of the way and you look at, say, the lowest score they had, I think it was a fucking 9. It was a 9 was the lowest score that they fucking had.
And I mean, I feel like with this game, because it does a lot, and as much
my
as I looked
God.
at it, I could see how it could not be for everyone, but it's for anyone, the diehard people that really just love Metal Gear.
You know for a fact that it's weird because they even this game is
They had to take a moment.
Yeah, take a
this
moment.
game is from my understanding is the ultimate fucking action game. Ultimate action game / stealth game /
Tactical espionage.
It's
Wait.
you know what they said? It's like Kojima basically said, here
is my heart, my soul.
No, do what you want. This is not a linear fucking experience. do whatever in this mission. Do whatever you want to do, how you want to do it, what time you want to do it, and extract finish the mission wherever, whenever, however. It doesn't care. I don't care. That like it's totally up to like the player's creativity to do that. Unlike other games, like say Fallout or any of these like Witcher, go to point A, talk to said person, do said quest, finish said quest with it's like kind of a linear thing. It's a pathway.
Even though it's open world, it's still slightly linear.
You have choices, but it's like one or two options, and then either you kill the thing or you save a thing.
And maybe there's sometimes with new games they start different approaches, but I know this game's very open, and honestly, for me, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I know it's going to be good, it's just a lot, and I'm not going to say I'm going to stick with it because I love Metal Gear, but it's just one of those games that there's only very few games that I can actually just go, I'll probably be okay with it. But a lot of games, when they just constantly open up, and it's just like huge, sometimes it's overwhelming, or sometimes it just like I sometimes miss games that are just linear. I'm going here, I'm doing this, very fun action, very good combat, and I just have a good time.
Yeah, so do you think that this game is going to have what people have called like the Witcher effect, where like it's a good game, yes, and there's
that's what we call it.
Yeah,
the Witcher effect.
There's a lot of good aspects to it, and you do like it, and you do want to continue playing it, but there's a point where you've put 80 hours in the game, and you've basically done everything gameplay-wise, and there's just so much more to do, but like you just don't want to do it because it just takes so much time.
The people who are going to want to like complete it 100% are like someone like me, like who's a diehard fucking fan. I will go that extra mile.
I'm going to because
I'm going to play it. Yeah, I'm going to play it.
I'm going to do everything because
go ahead.
I'm going to do everything because Metal Gear like is like a part of me now. It's just like I don't like when I'm done with the game. I'm going to be depressed about it because I'm not. So I'm actually excited that it's really really big and there's so much stuff.
Yeah. Real quick, everyone has said everybody said the opening hour of this game will knock you off your fucking socks so hard, so fast that it basically catapults the game into motion, and you're just like you're on board. You're head full of steam. You're like, let's fucking do this. Let's play this game. Like, I am ready. Like, this sold me. You sold me. I'm in. Let's do it. Metal Gear Solid 5. Let's go, baby. And then they kind of, like, show you Mother Base. They kind of hold your hand a little bit, show you the controls. If you're you might have to dive into Ground Zeroes again. Maybe not. Probably not. And then, like you said, the open world. It's like, boom, welcome to Afghanistan. Welcome to Africa. This is open world time. And here's your, like, iDroid and go on the map and blah, 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 and all these things. And you start to, like, get that effect, like, okay, this is getting like too much.
So much to do.
But they said it kind of like it's like a drip feed system. So it's like
that's good. Yes, that's what I need.
Yes, it's big. It's very big, and you can do all this shit, and you can like all these different things, like folding out animals and bring them back to your mother base, and they got their own fucking like their sector of, so many different things. You get blood on your fucking clothes and on your face. You have to wash off, and if you don't wash off,
they start telling you the people at the base, and then eventually what's his face Ocelot throws like a bucket of water. I don't want to. I mean, it's not really ruining it. It's just kind of because you know what? I'm not gonna get dirty like that. I'm gonna shower.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are just not gonna want to smell. And like Ocelot throws water on you, like, and just it's just a part of the game that you're not gonna see.
Here's some food for thought. People completed the game. Some people said they're very close. They feel that they're close to the end of the game. 50% completed. 55% completed in the story. Out of 100. And they've clocked in like 45, 50 hours in this game.
All right, so it's going to be good length.
So about good like...
And that's just for this, and not counting like the replayability.
Well, I mean, can you beat the game at like 60% as well? Like, is it like 60% completion, like out of everything to do, or is that just only story completion?
I think that's only story completion.
Because usually games just
50 hours of story completion?
But big. I heard that, try to say it without saying it, that the game doesn't... Kojima, man, and you know how he does Metal Gear 1, 2, 3, 4, Peace Walker. He ends the game, and then there's a little something extra.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this one is going to be a big something extra. I didn't spoil myself. Like, I fucking stayed away.
Better not. If you're going to spoil me, have this.
No, people watching. I heard that, just basically think in your mind, like...
Don't ruin it.
Kojima does what Kojima does, and it's going to, like, hopefully knock us off our socks. I hope.
That's good. Leave it there. That's enough.
Leave it there. Don't say anything else.
I'm like nervous for you when you were talking there.
Now, as far as the as far as the Metal Gear Online, nobody really knows that. It's kind of doing a Grand Theft Auto 5 thing where the Grand Theft Auto 5 story came out. Let people play it. Let people bite into that burger.
And they'll release it later.
Correct. Same thing. Now, there's another thing called the FOB system. The FOB system is kind of like Rich gets to a certain point in the story, and he's introduced to what's called the FOB. The FOB is you got your mother base, you got your main hub. Then you can branch
FOB.
off. Forward operating base.
Okay.
So you make a forward operating base, a branch off.
J-Bone terms.
So...
A fob, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they call it, FOB. Forward operating
Fob.
base. And you don't play as Snake, you play as like a soldier. Like
Yeah,
a
that's
basic
cool.
character.
Yeah, I
So you
would
send
say-
out
And-
scouts and stuff, and
Yeah,
like,
and
you can play-
they take care of this FOB. Now,
Ooh.
here's where it gets kind of cool and fucking interesting.
recruit people.
I can come in and be like, Rich has got nice equipment, nice this, nice that, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take that and Fulton that back to my FOB or my mother base in my world, in my game.
So we
and then
fight-
you get alerted and we totally battle it out.
Can you cooperate with me, or is it only battling?
Battling, because like you have to
There's never
so
cooperation.
you'll have to
I
defend.
know.
You'll have to defend like your FOB. You know what I mean?
Oh,
God,
wow.
dude, this game is gonna be so
And then,
massive.
Is there like
It's
a,
been getting 10s and 9s all over the
Oh,
place.
I want to
It's
say
gonna be
one
good.
thing before.
Okay.
I think it's just a small little detail because anybody listening that really cares about it, as us, when we're talking about any game, we don't want to ruin a game. We're not like those type of people that
No.
will tell you. But we'll just tell you small things that you won't get. I just want to make that clear. So when you pick up people, you pick up different types of people. There you can pick up like herbalist, okay?
okay? So you can recruit people.
You will recruit people,
That's awesome.
and they have special
Oh
abilities.
yeah,
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 kinda
yeah.
like
Fold
in-
them back.
yeah.
Yeah, and they all have special abilities. So if you're looking for something, you might use that special person that can
For a certain hub.
first.
Yeah.
They can sense different types of.
And they do research and
Plants.
you get like a new equipment.
R
or
and D,
something, right?
medic.
Yeah, that's cool. I like
attack
that.
and battles. You send
Now-
them out, and you know what I mean.
The
You
one
can
thing
get
I'm concerned
weapons,
with,
vehicles.
like, you have your FOB, okay? Let's just say that, like, you enjoy that feature. Can you turn off the, like, online? Like, you could stay online, but you just turn off, like, your base being attacked, like, in the game, or do you just have to unplug from the internet? If you just want to go through the story and you don't have to worry, like, you don't want to worry about your base getting attacked right now because you're really immersed and you just want to
to
continue.
my knowledge, that they really tell you about like you can do as much and as little as possible. And what that I consider means to me is that like anything like it's not like Mass Effect 3 where you have to play online to get a certain ending and stuff, and it's just like they really make you force that.
Well, the endings were all the same anyway. It didn't matter. Mass Effect 3.
No, I think they saw more clips. You saw more clips, and people lived.
No, my entire party lived and I was at 50%.
Mine died.
Yeah, see.
Well, I don't know what you.
Well,
did,
whatever.
man.
The whole point is the whole point of it is that I think. Am I right? Am I speaking like you could do as little as much, and it won't really affect
They
the story?
did say
and
you can play all Metal Gear Solid without purchasing any. There are microtransactions, but
There
you
are
can
microtransactions.
wait. I know it sucks. Hold
Fine.
on. I'm gonna defend it.
can't.
You can play the entire game and obtain everything in the game without spending a dime.
So does it take like 4 days to build, like Warframe style?
It might take, you might have to grind out. You have to grind out, dude, or spend
Or-
$2.99
Yeah.
on that fucking building.
That's definitely Konami
That's
doing that.
we hope. We always like. No, I mean, I think everyone. I don't understand what Konami did and why they did it, and I don't think anyone understands. And if you're a game maker and you have this guy that everyone loves or understands he's a brilliant. I don't care what he does. He's the guy, and then you decide to do all this stuff. I don't care. It just kind of looks like a horrible business approach.
It looks like they're getting out of gaming now anyway. Like
Well,
they're going
apparently
into
they
whatever the hell,
Yeah,
or like
mobile and
mobile
shit.
and crap.
yeah, but it just kind of it gives everyone a bad taste. No one's taking. They just handle it poorly for a company that. Any kind of company, you don't want to do this.
Well, I can't wait to see where he goes next. I mean, I'm hoping he makes Zone of the Enders 3, personally.
I don't
Even if
see-
it's not Zone of the Enders 3 because he can't use the name, but something similar.
I
That'd
don't
be
see.
fantastic.
I don't see how he won't be able to like. I mean, who
He'll
would
go
want
be,
to
he'll
hire
be able to
them?
go anywhere. He can go to anyone. So he.
And I hope he continues. I hope he
He-
doesn't switch to something else. He might.
Oh, he can't do Metal Gear because
No, I'm just saying like he might not be in video games anymore.
Oh no, he will. Oh, he did just say I'm going to continue to create, right? He never.
for the rest of his life.
He
yeah.
never like specifically said
Well, it says-
video games.
Well, I would assume it's video games.
He
because
does
that's-
enjoy making film. That's like a lot of that is in.
Isn't
his
he making a
games.
film like a Metal Gear Solid like film? I don't know. Maybe I'm.
That's
like,
been in the works for like years.
But I thought it was like something he was like. It was brought up
Yeah.
again. Is that?
I
something
think
true?
whatever he does next, I believe, like I was telling Rich that right before you walked in, is that he will make a horror-based game similar to Silent Hills, but obviously you can't call it Silent Hills. Call it PT for all you. Oh, I fucking care.
Yeah, right.
You know,
PT.
call it PT.
PT, the full game.
Because like I said, PT was basically like lightning in a bottle, dude. Like
That's crazy.
It caught the world by storm because
They didn't even advertise it. It was just they just put it up on
People
PSN.
people
Like PT.
That's what he said. He goes, "There's this game out for PS4 at the PlayStation Store called PT. Download it, have fun." So somebody did. A couple of people went on Twitch and they did, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is fucking insane!" Caught fire. Rest is history. We all know the story.
That's such a cool way how they handled that and did that.
Yeah.
It literally. I watched countless videos of people saying PT and Silent Hills could have been something like insane.
That's my phone.
Can they hear it or just?
It'll probably be like very quiet.
What anyways? But what theme is that?
It's the ending of our podcast.
It's the ending of our podcast. Yeah, I think we should probably. I think we're talked enough. What do you guys think?
Talked enough. I think we've talked the game a little bit
I think
today.
Game talked.
No,
enough.
but I think he'll do something horror based. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, we're just a couple guys that love a couple games at a time, and I'm glad that you guys.
September 1st, 2015.
Oh, Mad Max comes out too.
Was it like 6 days? 7?
6 days.
Wait,
yeah, 6
Mad
days.
No, today's
Max-
Tuesday. It's 7 days because it comes out on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
1 week.
1 week, 7 days.
All right, that's the end of the podcast.
Wait,
I don't care what Papa's gonna say.
No, Mad Max comes out right too. I haven't heard anything about that. Have you?
Oh,
With the
Mad
game?
Max. That's right.
Ay.
That's not gonna sell well.
And I already bought it.
It probably
Did
looks
you
great.
really?
$18.
It's probably a good game, but
PC.
like, I mean, coming out the same time Metal Gear, you're gonna get destroyed.
You stay away. From,
Yeah,
Like,
you wait like a
hey,
month.
Grand Theft Auto 5's coming out. Fallout 4's coming out in November, right?
You just
Everybody else, stay the fuck away
You know what?
because you cannot
come
compete
out.
with that.
Have a game come out in the summer.
And Tomb Raider's coming out like a week later.
No, Tomb Raider's coming out the same day as Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Which that's gonna. I mean, I feel like people are gonna be like, if they can only buy one game, they're gonna buy Fallout 4.
Well,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
different taste though. Think about if you had a bad taste in Fallout 3.
If you
I'm
don't
still
like RPGs,
no.
I understand.
Yeah.
That presentation though was good enough for me to
Yeah,
be like,
Tomb Raider-
I'm gonna try it.
I mean, okay, we'll talk about other stuff later on.
Yeah, definitely. We should definitely episode 2 next
Season
week.
2, part 2.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I have been the Seventh Sword with
J-Bone.
and
Mr. Bob, formerly known as Bob Bob.
we'll see you guys in a week.